Buying things. People spending money they don't have on things they don't need. Money they don't have on things they don't need. So they can max out their credit cards and spend the rest of their lives paying 18% interest on something that costs $12.50. And they didn't like it when they got it home anyway.
The world is becoming warmer due to global warming. But the people are becoming cold.
Call injury lawyers for you.
You say Jesus!
100% of it.
Since the rise of the McDisneyfication era, the world has turned to quick and magical fixes to have their needs met, prioritising convenience over substance and meaning. Love used to be something special, but now it has been commercialised and rendered almost meaningless in some cases. This is an 85-year-old man. Usually a man of this age will be considered an elderly person, but due to his millions he is considered marriage material. Some women like to prey on old rich men and wait for them to die and take their money. The smart women marry these old rich men and then divorce them years later and receive a large amount of money for their efforts. In the past, marriage was about love, but nowadays marriage is becoming increasingly less about love. In the future, it could become a financial investment. Men are also taking advantage of this new age idea of marriage by using their assets to appeal to women who are in less fortunate situations. It is now possible to go online and purchase a Russian who will fly to your country to become your wife. It's almost like if McDonald's had a delivery service. You get to pick from a list of women who have taken special pictures of themselves in order to appeal to your desires. The only difference is that the Big Mac fulfills your hunger and the Russian wife fulfills your sexual desires. But if that service is not convenient enough, you can now purchase a doll who looks like a woman who you can love and cherish without having to take her out to the movies, tell her jokes, or even cook for her.
When she first came into my life, it was sex, 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 sex. And now it's just tapered off to where it's just like we're just there for each other. We're always there for each other. So she's an anchor. Shi-chan is an anchor to me because it's just like I know what to expect with women. You don't really get that.
This is an extreme example of how love has been commodified in our culture. But it does show how much our society is dominated by the materialism and the idea that money can buy anything. Another implication of this is that we are no longer prepared to work hard for material gain. People want to get rich, but getting rich usually requires hard work or exceptional talent, sometimes even both. But not anymore.
And call injury lawyers for you.
Will I receive 100% of the compensation?
No hassle, no fee, just 100% compensation.
Now in order to get rich, all you need is a lawyer and a cup of coffee from McDonald's. In 1992, Stella Liebeck bought a coffee from McDonald's and she spilled it on herself whilst driving.
Your baby stroller. Before you fold it up, the warning says, make sure you remove your child.
Never iron clothes while they're being worn.
He says they're a sign of our lawsuit happy times. Times, Bob says, must come to an end.
Today, product makers have to put warning labels on products not just to warn people about how they could get hurt, but to protect themselves against frivolous lawsuits.
81-year-old Stella Liebeck.
So I put it between my knees to steady it with this hand, trying to get the top off, and it just went,
And America went wow after a jury awarded her $2.7 million because the coffee burned her leg. Now, to prevent more burns and lawsuits, there are warnings not just on our coffee, but on our products. Take these toaster pastries. Did you know they may be hot when removed from your toaster or your backyard barbecue grill? Most have labels saying, surface will be warm when in use. Duh!
Just when you think you've heard about the craziest, you get another one.
That lighter you use for your smokes, did you have any idea it contains flammable gas? Personal injury attorney John Krupnick says warning labels help companies protect their consumers and their assets.
A good manufacturer wants to prevent injury, but they also want to prevent being sued.
Two Brevard County women are in trouble with the law after police say they staged a slip and fall accident in Publix. The video shows 72-year-old Janella Howard getting down on her hands and knees. She even adjusts her hair before lying down. 68-year-old Susan Snow is her caregiver, then pushes her shopping cart away to look for help. Rescue crews eventually take Howard away. The two women tried to sue Publix for $300,000. Investigators say 6 people have been arrested for fake slip and falls at other Brevard stores and gas stations in recent months.
Today we still have preachers preying on society's religious concerns. Child preachers such as Terry Durham, who can make up to $80 million per year in the name of God. Religion used to be about faith and morals, but now it's about flashy clothes and money. People seem to be trying to buy their way into heaven. A lot of these trends are happening in America, but will it be long before we follow in their footsteps? Are we different in human nature, or do we not have as much opportunity to act on our needs for quick fix?
The real owners, the big wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. You know what they want? They want obedient workers. Obedient workers. People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork, and just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. The media telling you what to believe, what to think, and what to buy. The game is rigged, and nobody seems to notice. They don't care about you at all, because the owners of this country know the truth. It's called the American dream, because you have to be asleep to believe it.